Just earlier today, Google announced the A2A protocol, or Agent2Agent Protocol. I'm here to tell you what it is, how it works, and why it's got all the AI nerds so turned on right now. Let's do this. So first off, what is A2A? Well, it's just a protocol to describe how AI agents are to communicate with each other. Let's say hypothetically that you wanted to create an AI agent that could create full-length, terrible superhero movies automatically. Well, the process of making a full-length movie is pretty complex. You're going to have to do script writing, video generation, music, dialogue, all this stuff. And then all of those processes are pretty complex. So you might have an AI agent that orchestrates the whole thing, but it's going to have to communicate with all of these other sub agents, and those might have to communicate with other sub agents with them to complete their complex tasks. Now, to complicate this even further, some of those subtasks might be complex enough that it takes the agent minutes, hours, or even days to complete, which means you might need to start it off and then go work on something else while you wait for it to finish. And so now A2A provides a way for all of these AI agents to know what the other ones are capable of, assign each other tasks, and then get status updates on those tasks. And what's really cool is that since they open source the protocol, it doesn't matter what framework or agent orchestration tool you're using, as long as it supports A2A, you're good to go. Now, the A2A protocol is complementary to the MCP protocol, which was announced recently by Anthropic as a standard way for AI agents to learn about the tools and capabilities that they have access to, like APIs and databases. Now, one of the big parts of this announcement was that they already have buy-in and contribution from a ton of different companies that you might want to integrate with. So naturally, right after the announcement, I rushed over to GitHub to read over the draft specification, and I was pretty happy with how it looked. I mean, it was straightforward, and it was honestly designed the same way I would have designed it if someone presented me with this problem. Now, given these new protocols, a typical agent flow might look something like the following. Let's assume that an AI agent has hit a point of processing a prompt where it doesn't have the tools in order to solve the issue. It may go to an MCP server to get details about tools that it has access to, but now it might go to an A2A server as well to get details about what an agent is capable of. Now, this process of contacting the A2A server is called discovery, and the response to the discovery call is an agent card. The agent card outlines its capabilities and how to communicate with the agent going forward. Now, after your client agent retrieves the agent card from the server agent and determines that it wants to use the service of that agent, it can then send a task with a task ID and a message to the server agent for it to process. Now, when the server has a task to process, it can do it in one of a couple different ways. If it's just a short running task, it can just return it immediately using a synchronous mode. But if you want a long running task, you can also do server-side events for the response, or SSE. Another option is you can even give it webhooks so that it can do push notifications. Whenever it has a status update, it'll just call the webhook with the details of the status update. And they even included an optional input required event, which allows the server agent to let the client agent know that it needs something from it in order to continue. Today's announcement is expected to just be the beginning of the A2A protocol. They're expecting in the future that it's going to have much more supported features, things like lifecycle negotiations, which could mean mid-task updates, or authorization schemes inside the discovery response. Now, if you're interested in more details on how to use the A2A protocol or its future plans, or you just want to see some code examples or the JSON schemas, you can check out the link to the GitHub in my description. And if you want more AI and data science content, then subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time on Extrapolytics.